Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest in the building. Got my dog Doughboy in the building.
Yo, yo.
Got my dog Mateo in the building.
Yo.
Also got my dog Pucho in the building.
What do you think Batman does if he has mud butt? Like, he's in those tights. What do you think's happening there?
I think it's pretty self-contained.
I would have created some sort of humidification diaper to like collect the moist.
I got it. Yeah, Doey's right. It's a still suit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Still
Okay,
suit.
so we're going back to Dune.
Back
It's
to Dune.
collecting the mud butt and purifying it, and he's drinking it.
You get dehydrated in that suit, dude. He's wearing nothing but leather and spandex.
Straight back into my mouth.
So some would say that Doe eats the poo-poo.
I eat the boo-boo.
Y'all remember when we were Tony's nearest and dearest?
We aren't even worthy of an AKA.
I didn't give
Not
myself
today.
an AKA.
He's too distracted by that Heat game on that other TV over there.
No, I figured that people hate the AKA enough, so maybe I won't do the AKA every damn time. Try to make everybody happy. People
that's
don't want to
the
hear.
amount. It's the amount of AKs.
See, that's the first complaint right there. Maybe I'll drop an AKA once every 3 episodes or something. It's just something that's special, you know?
Damn, can we get one AKA every 3 episodes?
No, I'll just drop I'll drop the CEO, I'll drop the green thumb, I'll drop the editor, I'll drop the DJer. I'll drop all these things every now and then just to make the people happy.
So, Tony, who are you hoping takes the ship?
You see it. I don't gotta say enough, people. You see the hat, you see the fitted. It's green. It's championship shit out here. This nigga got a LA hat. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. First, you live in New York, so I don't even know how you think you can just walk around with hats like that. That shit is beast.
And I'm pretty sure that's a fucking baseball hat.
Yeah, that's not basketball at all. That's the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think you knew that, though. I don't even think you knew that. I think you got it because of blue and the white LA logo. That's it. I think that's the only reason why you grabbed that hat.
He's been pronouncing it law all week. Yeah, this is my law hat.
He did not pronounce it law. Anyways, yeah, the Celtics is definitely taking it.
You're playing him about New York. You know the Dodgers is from New York City originally?
He didn't know that. You bailing this nigga out. He ain't know that.
I'm just saying.
Look at him now. Look at
Maybe he felt it and then he gravitated towards the hat.
No, the hat just looks nice, so he grabbed the hat because it goes good with a white tee. That's all it is.
That hat brings out his eyes is what it is.
Those ugly ass, drunk, googly eyes he's got right now. Look at him.
Drunk, googly eyes.
Man was at the bar taking mad shots and drinking. Think I'm waiting for my food. His food's been sitting in his lap the whole time. Fucking lying piece of shit. Wish
He
I
was
could go
busy
to a
at the bar tonight.
Mad. Like, who's that dude you was with?
It's one of my friends.
One of your many friends at the bar?
Yeah.
Doe told you about this. He doesn't like when people try to out people's status, all right? People got to come out on their own naturally. Don't try to out them, Tony.
Yeah, well, fuck. Man, been outing me all night with some bullshit.
I'm surprised Supreme let Doey in the bar.
That's a fact.
He was there. He stopped by. He did not say hello to me.
Damn.
He's a busy man. He's got to go and make sure people are grown.
Making sure every man is grown.
But I'm not going to lie to you, Mateo. There's a lot of Celtic fans out there, but there's a lot of haters out there. And right now, the net fans is not liking us right now. Your boy is trying to bring... We're
how
up
many y'all up right now?
2-0. And tomorrow, 3-0. The big 3-0.
Oh, it's going to be a sweep?
I didn't say that. They might get one. But I'm hoping that there's a game 6. So, because when I go to New York next Friday, I plan, me, Chris, and Zeus were talking, If Doughboy wants to tag along, we plan on going to go watch the Celtics play at Nets home. That shit would be lit. Very litty.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Facts.
You think you could get playoff tickets?
Yeah, they're like I think you said like $300 or $200 up top.
Nosebleed. That's not bad though.
Not
That's
too
still
high.
cool.
I think you said 400 section. I mean, it's high, but not like high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't talking afford it. I'm saying like usually these things sell in New York City. There's a lot of people, not a lot of tickets. You know.
At the time, I don't know if now, but like 2 days ago, there was a bunch of seats available in that section.
Should
But
pre-buy.
no.
You can always scalp those afterwards if you need to.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, but no, man. I hope the Celtics make it to the finals. I mean, we beaten the two toughest team right now will be the Bucks, the three, the Bucks, the Heat, and the Nets. So I mean, we beat the Nets. Also, although too, man, Memphis, those boys is nasty too. I don't know if y'all seen the basketball games, but those two,
Yes. It was yesterday, right?
yeah, they played
That they came back from like a 20-point deficit
two
or
times.
15 point.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's been I think that right now is the best series to watch.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Celtics fan, obviously, but that's been a really fun series to watch. Them boys is just going back and forth. But no,
you're sleeping on the future Eastern Conference champion. I think Joel Embiid is coming for everybody.
He's being Toronto right now. Their team is not on the up right now. So I memean, yeah, they're about to sweep their ass. They're 3-0 right now. Friday 22nd, I think, is today's date, and yeah, they're 3-0. They're gonna sweep them motherfuckers for sure. For sure, they're gonna sweep them. But I think they play the Heat next, and that'll be fun to see. Like if they destroy the Heat, perfect. If they don't destroy the Heat, okay, whatever. But either way, Celtics beat Nets. We're pretty much going all the way straight to the championship game. And then whoever we play there, that finals.
I think you guys are gonna fumble in the next round.
I'm surprised y'all haven't made a bet yet.
I'm up on bets. I mean, he might want to make bets to get his money back. I don't even know how much I'm up, technically.
$20. I'm up on so many bets.
I don't know. I think we made like 4 or 5 bets. Might be more than 20. I don't know.
Definitely two $10 bets, Tony.
We're going to have to rewind the tapes and see. Fans, please let us know if it's more than what he's putting on, because I don't know. But nah, either way, man, it's playoffs, man. This is the good time of the year. No football on, straight playoff talks. It's always entertaining to watch basketball.
Whoa. There's football on right now.
Yes, for the soccer fans out there, there is football.
No, there's that other football league.
The Women's Lingerie League?
No, the American Football League.
Oh, the indoor shit?
No, it's outdoor shit. They just had a game the other day. I was watching the Generals play.
Yeah, that's that small fucking football field. Yeah, it used to be indoor. I didn't know they have an outdoor now. That's cool.
I think it's going to become like a feeder league. I kind of hope it takes off. I think it'd be cool to have like a feeder league for the NFL.
I mean, that'd be cool. I mean,
Yeah, one of the kind of funny dudes, they were part owners of a team or something like that, I'm pretty sure. Or they were doing something associated with the team. But I heard some weird shit. Like there was some funny business going on in the league. Like maybe with just that particular team, but I think they've disassociated with that whole thing. So I don't know.
Damn, that's wild. I know. I do think the Warriors right now, they got this dude, man, Paul. That man is nasty. That man's like a Steph Curry with a Klay Thompson mix. They got something going with that motherfucker for sure.
They call him the third Splash Brother.
Splash Brothers were out in full effect the other night.
I'm sorry, it's the United States Football League. I thought it was the American Football League. It's the United States Football League.
Oh, the USFL?
The USFL rolls right off the tongue.
Sounds like a battleship. But nah, yeah. How was y'all's week, man? What's been good with you, though? Any bike stories? Any attacks? What's going on?
No, not much. Pretty much regular shit. I've been playing a fresh run of Enter the Gungeon. I'm gonna see how many runs it takes me to beat the game with knowledge of how to beat the game. So yeah, that's been pretty much it. Yeah.
Not bad.
That is
Nice.
such a frustrating game to go back and play fresh again.
I love it.
It's a good game. It's definitely a good it's something to kill time for sure. It's quick. You can get in and out. You can pause it. Don't really take much.
I had such a good run and I died. I felt like shit.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Happens all the time to me.
Facts. What about you, Mateo? How was your week?
It's pretty good, dude. I've got nothing exciting. Just been working out, doing podcast stuff, watching YouTube. My YouTube's not as weird as Doey's is with whatever car building videos he's watching. But I've definitely have fallen into like the Chive TV equivalent on YouTube.
Oh my
where
God.
like all my suggestions are like top 5 car fails and you won't believe what happened to this person on the highway. It's just a bunch of dash cam footage of crazy shit happening.
Absolutely shocking footage.
Yes.
Well, the dash cam shit's fun. That's not fun, but like that shit it's entertaining to watch because you see a lot of dumb people doing dumb shit. Like, oh, I'm just gonna eat this light and nothing is gonna happen to me. Then get plowed by a semi truck. Fucking dick.
I don't like the dash cam because it's not intimate enough. Like, they stay on the dash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that person with the phone in their hand. Post crash, I want to see them get out the car, run up to the car, and be like, "Oh shit!" All up in, you know. So you're getting up close and personal. Like,
With death.
You want the Nightcrawler experience? That movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
yeah,
What a fucked up movie, isn't it? Gyllenhaal. How is his name pronounced?
I think it's Hill and Huli.
Is it Hill and Huli? Let's
I
go
don't
with
know.
that.
I just
Y'all just destroying the man's name like he ain't shit. That's crazy.
Oh, Jakey G.
But I mean, yeah, you got to be careful though, because those little Chive TV shits would start spiraling down and taking over your whole fucking YouTube. Fucking,
My YouTube is ruined right now. It's
Yeah.
completely ruined.
that's
You know what? I
terrible.
don't even see on the front page anymore. I don't even see the One Up podcast on there.
They see it takes over, bro. Can't let that shit take over you, man. Can't.
Shame.
Disrespect.
yeah, I went through this phase where I was obsessed with watching like medical procedures. Like, I wanted to see like people's like scars patched up, or like, oh, you got a fungal toe. Let me see what are they gonna do about this fungal toe. Like, I just need to see what happens, you know. And my YouTube was fucked. Like, I couldn't see anything without like pus poppings, Dr. Pimple Popper, and all types of bullshit was popping up.
I got into a weird animal care. The horses and the cow feet.
Oh, that's
and
good.
They, like
Yeah.
they scrape it, and then like you got to get the clean. Yo, that could be a cool game. I just a mechanic. I don't know how to make it work, but with the right amount of rumble and scrape, and you're just scraping away the bad stuff, it might be like a cooking mama, but for like animal care.
You want Animal Care Simulator?
Yeah.
You know that fucking game where the Power Wash Simulator sold millions of copies. So there's probably a good idea in there.
I played Gas Station Simulator to completion. I loved it. I don't like that little piece of shit who runs around and spray paints my fucking.
I always feel weird whenever Doey says to completion.
Like straight cum shit.
For sure.
With Doe, that's what 95% of the shit come out of Doe's mouth is sexual acts.
For sure.
Shit's disgusting. But hey, real quick, I do finally, for the ladies and gentlemen out there, I have put Doughboy's Cuban sandwich to the test at Twin Peaks. Full-on review is about to happen real quick. The quickest I can give you guys. Went to Twin Peaks. Ordered the fucking Cuban sandwich.
But how are the peaks?
Oh, the Peaks were at its finest that moment. Finest of finest peaks. Like, just Beautiful.
Because I asked because Dory says it's about the full experience.
He does
yeah,
say
you
it's the
gotta-
ambiance and the scenery and everything.
I walked in there with Luca in my hand. There was about 6 of them in the front. They were like, "Oh my God, he's so cute! Look at his eyes and his hair." And Luca's just like, "Oh, da 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 da." And then they were like, "Oh, you can't." I was like, "Oh, you hear they sit at the table?" Now I'm going over there to the bar with my boys. Say, "Oh, you can't take a baby to a bar?" I looked around. I said, "What baby?" "The baby in your arm." I was like, "This grown ass man right here, he's good to go." And then I walked past him, and then we sat at the bar. And all my boys, "Oh, so, you brought Luca?" I was like, "Hold on, guys. Jessica, can I please have a Cuban sandwich with fries on the side? Thank you." Ordered the sandwich. I wanted it quick. Sat down, said, "What up?" Da 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 da. Cuban sandwich comes out. Looking at it, shit looks wrong off rip.
Damn.
They already ripped my Cuban sandwich and put it on top of each other. I didn't even get to rip my Cuban sandwich. Whatever. I looked inside.
Rip your Cuban sandwich.
Is that part of the experience?
Yeah, you got to pull it off yourself. For me, when I go in an authentic Cuban restaurant, I get to, hit the little pool and I get to see that shit. Whatever. Everyone's different. It looks like, just from the view of it, right? It looks like they put pulled pork sandwich, barbecue pulled pork on top of pickles, mustard, and some type of fucking cheese. Then they buttered the crust all the way around. It was buttered. Whatever. I grabbed the first bite. Mind you, if you've never...
Why'd you describe that like you were confused?
What was I confused
You
about?
described exactly a Cuban sandwich. Pulled pork on pickles, mustard,
No, it was
and
shredded
some type
pulled
of cheese.
pork. It wasn't like... It just looked like it's supposed to be a sloppy Joe burger. What it looks like. Yes, that pulled pork. Wet.
You're saying ground, like...
It was like shredded pulled pork.
Yeah, that's normal.
But like a
right,
sloppy
go
Joe
ahead.
shredded pulled pork. Well, how, nigga? Shit had mad juices. I ain't never ate a Cuban sandwich with mad mohau. That's just me. Anyways, so I'm grabbing, I'm looking at where to bite it. I bite it from the side. First bite, mad pickles and mad mustard. Cuban sandwich shit. Started digging into it. All of a sudden, I got this sweet honey barbecue fucking taste. And then I don't even know what type of cheese it was. Maybe white American. I'm like, oh. And then she's like, "Oh, do you want more sauce on the side?" Usually people add more sauce. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't want more sauce on the side. It's a Cuban sandwich. But the chick, as I said, the chick told me that's not a real Cuban sandwich. Oh, the chick at the damn Twin Peaks told me that shit. I'm like, I know this. I'm just testing it because my buddy said it's the best one. She looked at me like, "You're an idiot." I'm like, that's what I told him. I know. So I ate the sandwich. I went through. My buddy's like, "Yo, why'd you order a fucking Cuban sandwich from here? Like, there's a banging spot down the street." I said, "I know. I'm testing it for the fans, for the pod, to let people know that my boy Doe is wrong." Ate the whole sandwich to complete. Just for you, Doe. And I must say, if you've never ate an authentic Cuban sandwich and you ate that Cuban sandwich, you might think that's a good Cuban sandwich. But if you've ate a real good Cuban sandwich from a Cuban fucking restaurant, you know off rip that's not a fucking good sandwich. Out of a 5, that shit's a fucking 0.5, not even a full 1.
Wow.
And not only after I left this fucking place, I went to the outlet, Palm Beach outlet, right down the street. Midway during my walk for buying clothes, my bubble gut started popping off. I am tight because I automatically know it's this fucking Cuban sandwich. I said, "Luca, we out. We going home. Dada's not going to make it." Stop shopping.
But
got in
Doey
my truck,
nodded like he knew this was a feature of the sandwich.
Bro, the man don't know. He must have been drunk. He must have been drunk because there's no way this is a fucking good sandwich. I got in my truck halfway home. Yo, I'm like that meme with the white kid that's fucking like look like he's about to fucking explode, that's my face in the truck. I'm driving like this, clenching my ass because I am about to fucking shit my life away. Luca's in the back seat crying. I can't move to give him his pacifier because if I move, I'm shitting myself.
I like to think that he's crying because he's commiserating with you. He sees you in pain. He's like, I'm in pain too.
I call my mom. I'm like, yo, I'm about to hit 10th Avenue. Are you home? Yes, I'm home. I'm going to be right there real quick. Oh, for what? Click. Hang up. I pull up into the house. I turn off the car. I run inside. I say, yo, mom, dad, Luca's in the truck. Go get him. I'm going into the bathroom. Not even a moment later, I pulled my pants off. Fucking grenades just started splattering all in the toilet. Bro, the fucking Cuban sandwich from fucking Twin Peaks almost destroyed my life. Doughboy, I'm here to tell you and the world that you have no fucking taste in Cuban sandwich, my nigga.
So
Thank
Twin
you.
Peaks, hit us up on Twitter if you want to become our sponsor. Let us know if you want us to give you more shout outs in our episodes.
Don't fucking eat a Cuban sandwich from Twin Peaks, people, and say that's good. That shit is not good. That shit is trash.
Shit is delish.
Bro, you're Cuban. That's the worst thing about it.
I eat Cuban sandwiches from everywhere,
No, you
and
don't.
they had a good Cuban sandwich.
Nigga, the Cuban sandwich from Pucho's place over there where he lives
It's
at.
so good. I dream.
It's
I
better than
dream
that.
of that. It is.
No, that's not what you just said. Don't fucking backpedal.
It is.
You said the
It is
Twin
better
Peaks is
than
better
that
than
one.
anyone. The best you ever had.
I might be a little gassed
A little gassed.
off
Some
the
would say-
alcohol and the titties
and other things.
and other things.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, garbage.
Cocaine.
Jesus. Yeah, cocaine.
Man's bugged out right now.
As usual, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Nigga should have did
Cocaine
some
is amazing.
cocaine on the table on those Twin Peaks. Let me get a Cuban sandwich. That's like, nigga goes to the bar and be like, ooh, they got wings, they got burgers, they got fucking nachos that are pretty decent. You order a fucking Cuban sandwich.
And I will continue to.
He's an adventurer.
Man, it's trash. How was your week, Pooch? That was my greatest story on how trash this man's taste buds are.
Well, mine wasn't as eventful as yours. Still plugging away at Elden Ring. I don't know how people play this game nonstop. I could only play it for a couple hours, make a little bit of progress, and then I gotta like step away. It's too intense. But that's going. I started watching Better Call Saul. Really good fucking show.
Right.
I mean, I started it last night, and I'm like on episode 9. Like, I just can't stop watching it. It's so fucking good.
I was gonna start
he-
watching that last week. That stopped.
He's such a good character, dude.
He is very well written. I'm watching Breaking Bad now for the first time. I'm on like the 3rd season, and he's one of my favorite characters. Literally, everyone else in that show could die, and I wouldn't care. If he dies,
You're
I would care.
bugging. You're
Jesse Pinkman,
bugging.
come on, dude.
Dude, that's a
This guy is
hilarious
a piece
character.
of shit. All of these people are not redeemable.
He's a good antagonist in that fucking show. Man's a fucking
all of these
dumbass.
people.
Some people say that Jesse Pinkman is the moral compass in that entire show.
No, he's not. Who said that? Who said that?
Yikes! If he's the moral compass, it's pretty shit compass.
That's what
Yeah.
I agree with that.
He's got a retribution arc. His story is up and down.
Although I would like to say that he got his parents back. You know, when he bought the house and they're like, "What are you doing here? The owners are gonna be here." Da, 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 da. He was like, "Yeah, bitch, I got the fucking keys. Get the fuck out of my property." Like, that was pretty cool. But other than that, he's a real piece of shit.
I say Jesse never really did anything with bad intentions. Like, I feel like all the times where he was like a real piece of shit, it was like he was forced to be that way. I'm saying, like, he never went out of his way to screw anybody over or just be
He
like a
started
real
cutting
piece of shit.
off of the top of the. He's cutting off the top, trying to sell it to the people that are in the AAs with him.
That,
don't
that-
That's a fucking
that's the one I was
huge
going to
piece
point
of
out.
shit.
That's the one I was going to point out. That is a real piece of shit move. That is probably the worst
How?
thing. That's one of the
Yeah.
worst things that Jesse does in the entire series.
How? How is that the worst thing?
I mean, you could argue like he's going to a place where everybody's trying to get better, and he's enabling their addiction.
He's just a hustler. He sees an opportunity, he takes it. That's what a hustler
He's
does.
like, I'm okay with being the bad guy. I'm like,
He's doing it for basically no money too. Like the man's already getting like stacks
millions.
on his normal job.
It just
My thing
doesn't
is-
make sense.
What I find funny is that y'all find that horrible, but him trying to dissolve a body in his fucking bathtub that falls through the fucking ceiling onto the next floor, that's not bad to y'all.
He didn't kill them. He didn't kill that man.
It
He's
don't
just
matter.
disposing of a body.
Also, that guy tried to kill him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that's
It
not
matters.
bad. That's not bad. Him like
Tony, that's just a risk of playing the game that those guys are all playing.
What about Hank Schrader, the stupidest man on earth? He calls Walt, yo, I need help. He hangs up. 30 minutes later, mad shit starts popping off. Like, and he don't connect one thing with the other. Like, I'm like, nigga, this is happening within the same episode. Nigga, get your shit together.
My main complaint about Hank is he's a little racist.
Absolutely.
I think otherwise Hank is he's not a bad character in that show. He's not like the worst dude anywhere close to the worst dude on that show.
the one person I hated on the show was fucking wife, my nigga. That
She's the
bitch
worst.
is so
Piece of
annoying.
shit. Man,
you fucking crybaby ass fucking chick. Shut the fuck up.
Everyone hates the wife, but here's a fact. Here's something that I strongly believe. I think if Walter had just been upfront with her at the very fucking beginning of the show, she would have been ride or die and she would have had his back.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
She comes around later on. I think she could have gotten there. I think if Walter White just wasn't a coward and scared of having conversations, I think that they could have made this thing a lot more successful.
The victim blaming.
Me?
She went around fucking other people. She's tried to steal his money. She was trying to find it. She's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then the one time that her and Walt were having like a little physical altercation, she like slipped, and then Flynn, fucking prick, hits the corner. Oh, don't you dare hit mom! It's like, this guy will kick your ass.
That's another
also,
one,
he didn't
too.
hit mom, and also mom is not saying that he didn't hit me. You're just letting this play out. Like, you're taking advantage of the situation. Like, you're a piece of shit.
That kid too, bro. That nigga made me sick. Not even gonna lie. If I was Walter, let me just stop. I'll tell you, that kid was annoying as fuck too. The wife, the kid, both of them. I would have off both of them.
Hank's wife?
Oh,
What a piece of shit.
Marie,
She has no redeeming qualities.
Yeah, no, you're accurate. Marie is absolutely the worst.
that bitch, that female there, whatever. I didn't want to.
In the grand scheme of things, not really a bad person.
yeah,
you
she
know?
is.
she's just a real piece of work. What
She
we
is
would
a
call
real
her.
piece of work.
I'm saying you're watching a show about people selling the most addictive drug that we got going around. People are getting killed left and right, and you're saying Marie is the worst?
Yeah, because the way
She's
she just goes
shoplifted
about.
once or twice. She's
I'm
an idiot.
not
at
even talking
best.
about crime. I'm just talking about how she just acts like, oh, Walter this and oh, Maria. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Go. You're just a wife to a cop. Just shut your mouth.
She's
Sit
an
there.
X-ray technician.
Oh, an X-ray technician.
Yeah, she's a medical professional.
Forgot about that. Either way, that show's great. I like
Tony's like drug dealers, murderers, dregs of society, fucking X-ray technicians all the way at the bottom.
bottom of the fucking barrel.
Pieces of shit.
They are fucking assholes. Nah, that show's great though. I mean, Breaking Bad, The Wire,
I don't think you could even hold these two shows together.
Ozark is another good show.
Some would
The
say
Wires.
Boardwalk Empire.
I haven't watched that yet, so I can't. I'm
Not
only saying.
as strong as the other two, but it's really fucking good.
Y'all should watch Ozark. Y'all would love Ozark.
Some would say The Sopranos is the true greatest show of all time.
It's in there. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. It's in there.
I don't know. I like Sopranos though, but
Band of Brothers.
I recently rewatched all of Band of Brothers, and it's fucking great. It's as good as I remember it. You know what? Which one doesn't hold up? the Pacific, dude. The Pacific
It's
is not as
as
interesting.
good. No, it's not as good. It doesn't have the first Band of Brothers episode encapsulates so well what it was like being in the airborne. You're in this airborne training for this shit. You have this dickhead
Talking about
officer,
paratroopers.
lieutenant. Yeah, that high ho silver guy. I fucking hated him, yo. So I really liked that. Really melded those group of soldiers together, and it made me care about Captain Winters, and even learning that the stuff that he did is still being used today to teach the people and recruits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, talking about good shows and what we like, there was a movie recently that kind of came on HBO and I were able to watch it. Batman, boys.
You mean the Batman?
Or The Batman. Yeah, let me not disrespect. I know we all seen it. I want to hear everybody's opinions. I think, honestly, this is a damn good movie. I like the one thing I liked about it the most. It didn't show a lie, right? Like I felt like this is Batman like at its base form. It ain't super technology or anything futuristic. Like he's doing investigations. Like you see it going, to me. What?
You say this.
Oh, he's got the contacts?
Right as I'm watching the contact lens scene over here on my other screen.
That's the only thing. But I'm saying like he's like, you can see him doing detective work. Like he's following the chick and, he's going through it. The bike. Like he follows her on the bike to the hotel or to their apartment, then goes to the house where the shit happened. Like that to me is like some real Batman ass shit. I like that detective work aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And I just like how they portrayed Gotham, right? Like it's dark and gloomy. They kept that shit, but it felt like it just felt normal to me. Like this is like it took me back to like how the cartoon era was where you had Penguin and all that shit, and it was just like real grimy. And I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. It was long as fuck. 2 hours is fucking. That bitch was long. 3 hours? I thought it was 2 hours. It was 2 hours and something.
It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah, that bitch was long. I started at 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, fuck, it's 1 something in the morning, bro. And it wasn't even done. I just got to the part where the Riddler's in jail and fucking boom. Spoiler alert, guys. Fucking Joker's in there with him. But
yeah, I guess we should let y'all know.
Yeah,
well, this is not a spoiler-free review.
I mean, the movie's been out for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before it dropped on HBO. So I mean, I hope y'all fucking seen it. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Same. I like the physicality that he brought to the Batman. I thought the fights were brutal. Like the punching that looked like there was weight to the punches. It was well done. I got a couple of gripes. I think that the flying suit was very goofy.
All right, I got to that scene after the whole internet memed it.
Uh-huh.
Not that bad. It didn't even look that dumb.
Yeah, I
swear to God, the pictures I saw made it look like he was a hot dog flying through the sky, and it did not look like that. It just looked like he had a wingsuit on. What's
I didn't
so dumb
see
about
any
a
of these
wingsuit?
memes.
Like,
I can't believe I missed the memes. I didn't see any of this.
people were laughing and talking about this is the dumbest thing ever.
But
I was like,
because they're expecting like this old, like the Batman fucking like fucking super fucking technology. No, this is like, that's what I liked about it. It's like I felt like authentic. Like this is, other than the contact lens, that shit threw me off. Like I don't know how the fuck we got there, but not the wingsuit and all that's better. But
I thought that he was gonna have like a base jumping like parachute or something. The wingsuit was so weird. It just felt like it came out of nowhere. And you can't. I've said this before. You can't look cool in a fucking in the wingsuit.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
But the cool thing is, it looked like he even like specially prepared for the wingsuit just for that scene. You know what I mean? Like he came equipped with it. Like it ain't like he could come. Like Tony said, it just felt like a little bit more realistic. Like you can't come with all your guns like Grand Theft Auto. Like you just whip out an RPG out of nowhere. Like it's like he had the wingsuit specifically for that moment. And then also, after that moment was done, you saw he kind of looked naked when he hit the ground. Like he was like without, I thought it was interesting.
It also looked like that was his first time using the bitch, because how he was fucking free falling. I'm like, yo, so it's like you just put this motherfucker on, and now you're like doing a horrible free fall with it.
Well, think of how you would train for using a wingsuit though. You would go out to like some remote area and you'd be doing it off like a cliff or something, right? You're not going to be training in a city. So it would make sense that he's kind of not super confident using a wingsuit in a city, even if he's had hours of training, elsewhere.
Shit blew my mind. I was like, wow, this guy almost killed himself.
I love how the city was Chicago and New York at the same time. I love that there was a Times Square that looked different, and I loved how there was a Madison Square Garden or Madison Square Gotham. I thought that was very cool that it was grounded in some sort of area.
Which was it Gotham Square Garden or something?
Gotham Square Gardens, yeah.
Like, this is such a ripoff.
Which correct me if I'm wrong, but Gotham, Metropolis, New York, and Chicago all exist in DC somewhere, right? Like all those cities actually exist. That's so wild to me. Where the hell is Gotham supposed to be?
Originally Gotham is Metropolis at night. Like that's like the original thing. Like Metropolis and Gotham are the same city, but that's like really old comic shit. I think Metropolis is supposed to be like a West Coast kind of LA city, and Gotham is supposed to be like an East Coast, like a New York City. But I don't really know where it is, to be honest.
There are a lot of places in New York called the Gotham. You got the Gotham nightclub. You got a whole bunch of Gotham stuff in New York, so it's a possibility it's New York. I would like to think it is.
New York City. Like,
the one thing that's scary, New York is like 3 weeks away from looking like this version of Gotham, bro. It's like all the trash on the streets. Everything is just asqueroso. It's like, ew, why is there so much trash?
You seen some trash can fires?
Yeah.
He didn't get that.
Mother, you were talking. What were your other gripes? Because you got to item 1 and we just like fucking ripped the mic from you.
Oh, there's this bit at the end. There's a bit at the end where he goes to talk to Catwoman, right? She's leaving town and they ride motorcycles together, right? But he surprises her. He surprises her. She didn't know he was there. But then he turns around to get immediately on his motorcycle that is somehow up these stairs. How the hell did Batman sneak up on her? I know Batman's stealthy, but I don't believe that Batman is stealthy enough to go up a bunch of stairs on a motorcycle silently behind someone.
Yeah, it's
weird.
A
movie. that's the only thing you can say. It's a fucking movie.
I didn't notice that.
There were a couple of moments like that where I felt like that was an awkward transition. Like, for me, in all honesty, I think out of all the Batman movies, it's like The Dark Knight and then the Batman like right under it. I really enjoyed this, and I think it's better than the other movies in the Dark Knight trilogy.
I think I can agree with that. I think it'd be like Dark Knight, the Batman, and then I really enjoyed Tom Hardy's Bane take, so Dark Knight Rises is up there for me.
Yeah, I'm more of a Ra's al Ghul man, but I loved how dark, how gritty, all of that. I wanted him to get into a few more fights, cause besides the intro, like he beat up some goons, and then he fought like to get into the club. He pretty much doesn't fight. Like the ending sequence, there's some fight in there, but I wanted a little bit more physical detective work too. Like like he had some people to get through to get information or whatever.
I found it. There's a couple things I found it like, what the fuck? His car, all that boost and fucking engine work or whatever the fuck he had in the back of that fucking Charger or whatever it was. How's this fucking piece of shit Penguin car outrunning you? Like, bro, like you got some serious engine work redone on that fucking car. Like that shit is shooting out blue flames and shit. Like you really telling me that you can't fucking catch up to Penguin now? Come on, like
you didn't see what the car did to it when it did catch up?
Yeah, it banged that shit the fuck up. But I mean, it's like, bro, he should have never pulled off on you. Like maybe he's just a badass driver. He can't fucking drive.
Yeah,
right.
Why even be a chase scene, right? Should have just cut it out of the entire movie.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like it's just
the chase scene was long. And it was an awkward chase scene for sure because they're in a chase scene like in rush hour traffic. They're like bumper to bumper stuck on the road.
I really like the chase scene, and I like the camera cuts, like the cinematic aspect of the chase scenes were really good. They had a few scenes where they put it like the Grand Theft Auto right next to the wheel, like the right or left wheel. Those were my favorite scenes. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
That's where you're frantically going to press that cinematic mode again when you're playing GTA.
Have you guys ever tried to drive in cinematic mode in Grand Theft
every
Auto?
time. He crashed
Fucking
every
impossible,
time.
dude.
I don't know why that shit exists. It's so stupid.
Shit is
It's the
dumb.
dumbest shit. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking because it just doesn't work. The car should drive itself when you're in cinematic mode.
Ooh.
Then it's cinematic. Instead, you're just fucking crashing. It doesn't look cool at all.
And
I don't know
then
what the fuck they're thinking.
my second issue, because in Batman, one of my favorite characters is the Riddler. I don't like how they did the Riddler in this movie a little bit. Like, yeah, I mean the riddles and all this was cool and stuff, but like, I want the Riddler with the Riddler stick with the question mark stick. Like, I don't want the green suit with the question marks all over him, but like, I don't know. I know that it's all about the riddles and shit with Riddler, but it's like they never did Riddler good, bro. Even in the comics, like he looked like a clown with the green suit with the white question marks and super skinny and fucking, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like, the actor did a good job.
I think he did a good job but it was like a horror. It felt like a horror film in the beginning of the movie when he's sitting there behind the guy.
And not only that, Riddler's like from the comics and shit. The man this motherfucker was killing motherfuckers. Like this is some real hardcore shit. Like I was like, damn, they fucking
This Riddler was basically like Saw plus QAnon. Like he was the Saw and QAnon Riddler.
Nah,
He had his little army at the end there.
yeah, bro. Yeah, I was like, damn. And then also, how true is that? Or is there seawalls in New York City they can blow up and they'll just flood the whole fucking shit?
That seems more like a Chicago thing, but there's no seawalls in New York.
There are no seawalls in Chicago.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're really talking.
There's lakes. It's a land. It's like a fucking city in the center of the country. Like,
I mean, New Orleans definitely has like levees and shit like that. But
that's what I'm
like,
saying. That's a New York thing, right? Like those fucking right by the bridges and the pier. Like I don't see that. I don't know how that shit flooded it because they built it up just above sea level. Like it was weird, but whatever.
Gotham, they fucked up. They actually built the city 50 feet below sea level. Don't know what they were thinking.
Fucking.
there's definitely shit you could blow up in New York City that'll cause flooding, but I don't think it'll like
Not to that
fucking
magnitude.
tsunami wave the entire city.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the whole fucking subway is underwater. Like, you could blow that shit up and just flood all over the place. Like,
Yeah, that shit crazy. What?
I mean, it depends. You blow up a tunnel, like that is crossing underneath, like water. Yeah, but like,
YouTube, we're talking hypotheticals about a movie. We're not really discussing terroristic acts.
We all get fucking bombarded by the FBI and shit.
anyways, I fucking love the Riddler. Like, I want realistic villains, like villains that are gonna have like realistic motivations that I could understand, that they're capable of doing some shit. The only real fake shit that I saw with the Riddler was planting the bombs, getting the bombs, like that's kind of interesting. And then that fucking neck bomb, like, and I don't even know how complicated that is. It just seemed when he put it on the guy's neck, it was so bright. It just looked so high tech that I was like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, but the rest of his shit wasn't high tech, right? Yeah.
Right. But I liked the grittiness. Like, you could see that clearly that like the Zodiac Killer was like a big inspiration for how they designed the Riddler. And then the fact that Batman is supposed to be the world's greatest detective, I feel like even though Joker's like his most famous villain, I feel like the Riddler should be like they have like the game of cat and mouse that they play that's not action oriented. It's detective and clue and there's different themes that have to do with discovering who done it type of shit. The Riddler's his actions are a little weird to me though. Like, I like the idea. Like he's like, oh, the city's corrupt. We need to get rid of the corruption. These people are pieces of shit. So he takes out the corrupt DA. He takes out the corrupt guy running for mayor. And then the whole time he's focusing on the corrupt the guy, the source of the corruption, Falcone. And then he's like, and then what's the guy's name? I don't know what John Wayne is in my head. Not the cowboy.
What the hell is his dad's name? I know his mom is Martha.
God, yeah,
Thomas.
Martha?
Is it Thomas?
Thomas Wayne.
I think it's Thomas.
Exactly. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, he's like, yeah, Thomas Wayne attempted to do a really good thing by creating this fund, and bad people took advantage of it and did bad things. That's why I hate him.
Yeah,
and he's already dead. So I'll kill his innocent son. Bruce, you're like, dude, you were doing fine. Like I'm not condoning what you're doing, but I get the motivations. Now you're just gonna fucking kill Bruce Wayne because you're a fucking orphan and you're jealous? Like, what the fuck?
Bruce Wayne was 8 when all this shit happened, or 9 or something. He's like, you're gonna fucking get it.
I was also confused too, right? Like in the when Batman visited him, right, in the psych ward or whatever, and he's like, I know who the real Batman is. I'm like, and then when it comes out, I was like, yo, I was so confused. I'm like, yo, does he really know who he is, or he's just talking shit and doesn't realize that that's fucking Bruce Wayne, like right in front of him. And even himself, Bruce Wayne was like, fuck. He looked at, like, he could even tell, he looked at the camera like, damn, they're gonna know who I am. And then when he realized, like, he didn't know who Batman really was, he was like, oh yeah. Then he started acting tough again. I was like, oh, this is so fucking ridiculous.
I think the Riddler probably could have figured out who Batman was, but he, like he said, it didn't matter. Like I think he said that it just basically didn't matter who Batman was.
Yeah, when he was saying I know who the true Batman is, I think he was speaking more to the character and the nature of Batman, which is why he's like, let's team up. Like we could do good things together. Like and it makes more sense now in retrospect if you go back. Every fucking time he did one of these things, like he was saying like, yo, this is to Batman. Like he wanted to include Batman and all this stuff. And another sign that he definitely did not know who Batman was is when Alfred opens up the letter and it blows up in his face. There's also a letter to Batman in there, but the letter to Batman is like in a fireproof envelope. So he intended to kill Bruce Wayne with the bomb and still deliver the letter to Batman. So he definitely didn't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I do think he probably could have figured out who Bruce Wayne is, partially because I think the Batman has the worst ability to cover his tracks known to man.
Drive straight back to Bruce Manor. You're like, okay, dude.
I find it weird, like how Joker's already in the psych ward. Like, cause I thought that was cool. Like, you know, they were talking. I'm like, I offer it, but I knew that was Joker. Like, who else would that fucking be there? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, damn, like, and I'm also curious who in the next movie, because they're gonna do another movie. Like, who is gonna play Batman? Is it the guy who played the Joker? Because that would be awesome. Forget his name.
Who's gonna play Batman?
I mean Joker. Wow, my bad. Who's gonna play Joker in the next movie in the Batman? Like, is it gonna be the guy who played I forget his name, the guy who did Joker, who did a really fucking good job? Or is it gonna be somebody else?
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. He was hit such a tiny bit that I'd be curious to see what he could do with a full movie. But I'm also tired of Batman fighting Joker. He fights Joker all the time. Give us him fighting King Croc or something.
Damn. Also Penguin too. I mean, he's still got to fight Penguin out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they're making a TV show on HBO.
Yeah, I heard they're making a TV show.
And they're going to build up. I think they're going to show the Penguin become the Penguin.
Nice.
And I think they're going to show Joker kind of coming into himself. Like, I saw there's a deleted scene where Batman, like, meets up with Joker or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And Joker's not the Joker quite yet. Like, when it's like it's kind of like when he got arrested before, he was just like some dude doing dumb shit or whatever, and he's only now like becoming the Joker in Arkham Asylum. And I think the show is gonna expand on the Joker's character, and then also expand on the Penguin. Now that the Penguin in all this chaos, you even saw like they're kind of foreshadowing. He's staring out the window, looking at like, all right, I could pick up the pieces now and take over the city. You know.
I hope he does have a bunch of penguins though. That'd be awesome. Like at the cartoon. No, I know it won't, but I'm saying that'd be cool. Just like, oh, I got a whole zoo full of little penguins everywhere with rockets behind their back, and that's classic old movie shit. But
yeah, Danny DeVito is a fire penguin.
Absolutely.
Not
his
a
body
cool
is
monster,
shaped for a
bro.
penguin too. Like
His body wasn't shaped like
that man's
that.
body is shaped like a penguin. Did you not see him as Sunny Philadelphia or is Sunny in Philadelphia? The man is penguin. Forever will ever be penguin. Like there's nobody else that can play penguin like he plays penguin. Although this guy looked pretty good as playing penguin though. Give it to him.
Yeah, who was it? Colin Farrell?
Who?
Yeah.
Colin Farrell was the penguin?
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch. I didn't even see the resemblance.
They did some crazy,
He has a
amazing
scar
work
on his face, and he just looks really. Damn, it did.
You could see it like here that it's Colin Farrell. But
Yep.
That's dope. I like Colin Farrell too. Like,
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. This movie was packed with talent, dude. John Turturro as Falcone. Fucking love John Turturro.
he's all right. I like him in Transformers.
Just sleeping on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I've never seen that movie.
It's good. It's surprisingly good.
he's sleeping on anger management.
Oh no, anger management was good.
I love he stares at the bald guy at the bar. He's always trying to get into fights with somebody, and he just starts staring at the guy at the bar. And he's like, "Hey, you got a problem with people with hair?" It's like the guy didn't say a damn thing to you.
That's fucking that's a good movie too. Damn. Nah, that movie, I liked it. The Batman overall definitely is fucking the Batman. That shit is fucking good. And the guy who played as Batman, also very good.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson is fantastic, man. His costume looks great. I got to say, his costume looks great. It looks leather. It looks weighty enough to like throw off these punches that people throw at him. There, if you look closely, it's got like some wear and tear on it from like previous battles. They did a great job on it.
Yeah, no, I definitely liked it. Sure, that shit. Also, I like how when he was getting like jumped in the subway with those little kids and shit, I liked how they were hitting him and he was taking the punches, but you can tell like, it kind of still affected him and shit. So like that to me is dope. Like this whole fake Batman.
He had perpetual black eyes the whole movie. His face was fucked up the whole time, man.
I didn't like how he didn't like during the day normal, like being the regular Bruce Wayne. He didn't fucking be all sore, limpy enough for me. Like there was that one morning where he got up and you could tell he was just fucking dead, but it wasn't just like I don't know. I wish they would have brought more of a little bit of pain when he was just normal.
I did like his Bruce Wayne a pretty decent amount. He plays kind of like the weirdo, eccentric version of Bruce Wayne that I don't think we've seen before. Maybe in The Dark Knight Rises, he has a little bit of that weird hermit, billionaire weirdo thing going on. But I kind of liked his Bruce Wayne in this one. He played kind of like an eccentric shut-in.
Yeah, it's not my Bruce Wayne, but I could appreciate like what they were going for. Like this is a guy who lost both his parents. And then ever since then, he got raised by a butler and he's had everything he really needs except all the stuff that he really needs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like he's going to be a little fucked up, maybe a little bit of a recluse or whatever. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I did want to see more like classic Bruce Wayne, though. Like showing up at cocktail parties, wowing the crowd, being charismatic.
Running his business.
Right, he didn't run his business at all. This guy looks like he's running his business, like this company down in the drain. Like he's spending all his money into like Batman R&D,
Yeah.
So maybe in the next movie we'll see more of like him trying to make some plays to like now that the city's all fucked, he could do a lot,
Yeah.
This man should have been missing his teeth after he hit that bus.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was when he falls, like, yo, he fell so fucking hard. I'm like, all right, you should be a little bit more fucked up from that. And also, like, his car, visibly, it kind of looks like, aside from the contact lens, all the stuff is like, hey, look, we've acquired some stuff from like our various R&D departments, and we're just like putting this shit together. Like, everything kind of looks a little put together. The car was like a little bit too impervious to damage. Like, he was crashing into things. He just crashed through like a concrete pillar and obliterated it. I was like, not realistic. Like you don't even know like the amount of force you need to have to do something like that. Like, I don't know. It's
Also,
just crazy.
a bomb went off in his face and nothing really happened to him.
I was going to point that out. That neck bomb that you mentioned,
Yeah.
he turns like this, and that stops the entire explosion. There's no damage done.
That shit was wild.
The cape is pure steel, bro. Reinforced.
Shit, that's why he's got to use the wingsuit. That cape's too heavy to glide on.
And
In
how did it,
Batman's defense, Alfred just got blown up in his face a couple scenes ago, and he was just fine.
his face
So
was
if he
fine.
could do it with no armor, Batman could definitely do it with some.
Shit was fake. But
Also, I'm like, yo, why did he take so much risk in that next scene? He waited till there was like 0.2 seconds on the clock to try to like run away. I'm like, this is stupid.
mad
Like,
dramatic. It's like that dramatic effect I used to do in Alienation. I was the last to get on the fucking chopper. I just had to fucking clear it out one more second. It's just one
I
of
mean,
those things.
Alfred saw the fireproof envelope and didn't put it together right away. He was like, what is this?
yeah. If they wanted to make Batman really dark, I feel like they could have made like slight changes. Like for example, that same scene with the neck bomb and he's standing there. Imagine if like at the end of that conversation, there's like 3 seconds to go, and Batman just like attaches like one of the grapple things to the guy and just sends him up to blow up by himself. Like, fuck you. Like just an action like that seems like villainous, even though it ain't really. But I don't know. I feel like he could have done some stuff that he was like a little bit too morally good. I want to see a little morally gray Batman. I was kind of hoping for that. But.
Did you guys like Catwoman?
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did a good job.
she did a good job.
Yeah, I think some of the dialogue between them was a little awkward. They fell in love out of nowhere. I was like, this shit took nothing for these. I mean, you know, two attractive people in this fucked up situation, you know, fuck it. But I'm like, man, it took nothing. These people bonded. Like, she was on some like run away with me. Like let's elope. Like,
Pucho, it is very hard to find people to share interest with you in general. So if you find someone else that likes dressing up in a costume and going and doing weird shit at night, you gotta latch on to them.
That's a
marriage
keeper.
material offer up.
Well, the movie was definitely great. I recommend it for
Give
everybody.
it a strong thumbs up.
Real quick, what would you like to see in a sequel? If they do a sequel, what storyline would you like to see, Pooch? I think the Court of Owls. I think something with the Court of Owls would be fucking rad.
I think that's definitely what's gonna happen. The Court Hours would be incredible, especially because we haven't really seen it on TV. So I think that's a good pick. Because after that, it's like, all right, we've already seen the Riddler. We saw Joker. Like, maybe they can introduce Harvey Dent. That'd be cool too. Like, I mean, we've already seen Two-Face in 2 other movies, but it'll still be dope, I think.
Damn, but how would they put that in now?
The city's all fucked. They need a fucking cowboy to come in and save the day. That's Harvey Dent. Then he goes deranged. You know?
Yeah, but you need Joker for that nigga to go deranged, right?
Nah, that movie that in the Dark Knight where they made Joker like make Two-Face go crazy, that was cool and all, but that they stole that from the Killing Joke, I think, where Joker makes Gordon go crazy. So they kind of like swapped the character out to like create a villain, which I thought was a cool way to do it. But you don't need Joker to do that.
Yeah, all in all, I'd definitely give it like an 8 or a 9. One of those two for people to go watch it.
Yeah, it was probably my favorite movie that I've seen recently.
I give it an 8. Same. I think it's a solid Batman movie. I like it.
I give it a strong 9.5. Okay. I want to see more tie-ins though. Like I don't want Superman to be in the movie. I want to see that people know Superman exists. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what Bruce Wayne thinks about Superman. I do like how they make. I'm not trying to go back because we're trying to walk away, but I like the amount of villains they showed. Like I like that they showed the Joker, showed the Riddler, showed Catwoman. They showed the Penguin, even though he's not the Penguin yet. You got Falcone. That's something that the Dark Knight didn't do well. That it was like each movie, it was like, all right, here's the one little villain or whatever. We're not showing much. Like, so I'm kind of looking forward to them building out the roster of villains that Batman has.
Yeah,
I would agree. Well, for our next topic, boys, is being open-minded a positive trait in somebody, or is it a negative trait? I don't know. We'll see I want to see what y'all opinions are, and then, the fans can comment in the comment section and tell us if we're fucking crazy or not. That'd be fantastic. But I do think open-minded people it's a bit of both. Dangerous and good. What do you think, Pooch? Do you think it's a little bit of both, or do you think it's all good? Damn, you good over there, Mateo?
Me? Yes.
Yeah, you got like strobe lights going on over there.
It looked like you walked into a techno club real quick.
Oh, Batman's turning on his boosters over here in my bed.
This man's still watching the movie.
I definitely think it's a little bit of both. Like, you definitely need to be. You definitely need to have a degree of open-mindedness, right? Like, you don't want to be closed-minded, right? You want to be open to new ideas and changing your mind and things like that. But there are people that are way too open-minded. Like, they'll entertain the idea that, like, Barack Obama's a lizard person. And it's like, let's pull it back a little bit. Like, so for sure, it's a little bit of both. But I think way too many people are way too open-minded about certain things. They're just like, I don't know. You never know. Aliens might have taken down the Twin Towers. You never know. Do you know who did it? Do you know? And you're like, nah. Okay, then. How could you say? Like, damn.
I do think that when it comes to open-minded people, right? I'd be like, I think they're just quick to just say, yeah, just to kill conversation. I don't really think half of them really kind of believe this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just think they'd be like, yeah, man, yeah, it could be the aliens, like, who did 9/11. It's like, I don't really think they truly believe it. I just think they just don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I just think they just be like, it's just trying to shut down conversations.
I think that it's important to consider other viewpoints, but sometimes you can dismiss a viewpoint immediately. Like, I don't know, if someone is telling me that aliens killed JFK, you'd be like, that's interesting. Tell me more. And then I'll wait for the crazy to die down and be like, that's an opinion. That's wrong. But that's fine. I'm not going to move on with my day and try to forget all this crazy shit you just said to me. But I mean, I read Fox News. I try to keep my mind open and look at other news sources. I am disappointed with most of the reporting from Fox News, but I think it's important to not just shut down completely and just disregard everything. It's important to look at things and critically analyze them and form your own opinions, right? And yeah, no one's going to say that being closed-minded is a good thing. I would hope not, right?
Yeah, I don't think being too closed off. I think it can protect you from things like, like ideas and stuff, and maybe somebody can survive that way, but I don't think it's like the optimal way to live. I think you run into a lot of issues and you don't move with society, like you're moving against it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, obviously there's limits to being open-minded. I'm curious, like, how do y'all determine that it's time to stop listening to something? Because, like, I don't know that I don't know if I have the ability to put that in words. I just know that there are certain, like, lines of thought and conversation where I'm like, no, that's a step away from tinfoil hats.
Yeah.
Like, I can't research into that. I can't listen to this viewpoint.
I mean, as soon as somebody starts telling me something that requires like thousands of people to coordinate some fucking belief or to coordinate like just a conspiracy, I'm just like, all right, this guy's like got a foot into cuckoo land, like. Maybe there's some reasoning that they're really doing, but it also depends on how they say things. Like some people just state stuff as a fact, like outrageous things. They're just like, yeah, no, totally. Joe Biden, he's got dementia. I'm like, really? Like you're leading with that? Like how do you know this? Like where are you getting this? Come on, you could see it right in his face. He's got it. I'm like,
someone like how they're doing. They're like, well, in year 2 of this manufactured virus that the aliens sent down here to control the population, I'm doing pretty good. And you're like, wait, go back to that other thing.
Other than the 5G that they're pumping into me right now, I'm doing all right.
What about you, Tony? How do you choose how open-minded to be? Like, what is a line? When does someone start saying something to you and you're like, no, I don't. My mind doesn't need to be open to this nonsense.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty open-minded to a lot of I guess when it comes to like kid shit, I guess, right? Like rape topics or like what's the face? Am I bugging?
No, I'm just curious. What do you need to be open-minded about? The raping of kids? It sounds absurd.
So you don't know how open-minded people are. I'm saying he's saying what are my things like? What are my like off-limit shit? I'm just giving it's like those are like the worst things I could think of.
What kind
like,
of people are you hanging around?
I'm not hanging around with anybody. I'm just saying what I've seen. First off, he asked me what is like a no thing, and I'm saying like or what I think it's the cutoff for my open-mindedness. And I'm saying
it sounds like you're saying you have no cutoff.
I kind of don't, but
you've never experienced the cutoff. Like no one has ever said something so outrageous that in your head you're just like, done listening to this guy. This guy's full of shit.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, but I'm telling you, if someone were to say like when it comes to rape or child shit or shit like that, I think those would be my cutoffs. But I've yet to hit my cutoff yet because no one's been that fucking crazy. And if that's the case, nigga, we got a different conversation I'm gonna have with this person.
You've never met a racist person?
Openly in front of me? No.
Never?
I've met racist people, but they're not open about it. Like, I have to find out through the grapevines that these people are fucking racist. Then you just slowly not hang out with them. But even if he's racist, I'll be intrigued to hear why. Give me your reason on why you're a racist. I'll be open-minded to it. I just want to hear.
I'm actually on board with Tony on this one. I am always so curious, like how
What's your
people
reason?
have decided to be the way they are, especially with some hateful shit like that. I mean, that's why people watch true crime documentaries, right? They watch it so they can go like, this is crazy. I don't know how this man got to this point. How did he decide that he was going to rip off all these old people or, whatever the shit happened in the Tinder swindle? I never watched that. I don't know what happened. Someone got swindled on Tinder.
A little Tindy Swindy.
People are idiots.
But I was watching that show like The Worst Roommates on Netflix, and some of those people are absolutely terrible piece of shit. But it's interesting to watch and try to just figure out like, how does a person get to this point? What goes wrong in a person's life that gets them to this point?
I agree with you. That is intriguing to me. I want to know why. Like that's probably my biggest problem. I want to know why. I want to know why the fuck are you the way you are? Even for me, some people might think the same for me. Like, Tony, why do you ask these questions that are just not normal to ask, right? I don't know, because I want to know why. That's my problem. Like the girl at the jacuzzi in the fucking cruise line. I asked a question
it's rude, yeah, but there's things that are obviously off lines, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pry.
And that's what I'm saying. It's one of the downfalls of my life is I want to know why. I'm the person in the group that's going to ask the question. Everybody's thinking it. I'm going to ask it.
It's crazy to me that you're saying you've never experienced that moment where someone has said something so nuts that you're just like,
Can you think of one that
Bro, me and you have sat at a table where someone was really telling us that the Earth was a light bulb, and that we were stuck
about my
in
friend Angelo about flat Earth?
I'm not naming names. I'm just saying we sat at that same table about talking about how the Earth is flat.
I was open minded. I didn't take me by no surprise. People can think like that.
I mean, all right, define open mindedness, because I'm okay entertaining a conversation. I am interested.
Yeah.
What makes you think that the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
That's not being open minded to the idea that the Earth is flat. There's nothing that he was going to tell me that would convince me the Earth was flat.
I think when you're open,
but I was interested in that conversation.
I think when you're open-minded, to be open, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you're open-minded, you're willing to hear and accept their view of whatever the fuck they're thinking, right? And without judgment. You just that to me, that's what open-minded is, right? And I could be wrong. Like I'll probably look up the definition right now too.
I struggle with the without judgment part of that for sure.
Yeah,
like
I was definitely
like that would be my line on open-mindedness. Once something gets crazy to the point that I can't stop myself from passing judgment, that's the limit of my open-mindedness.
Okay, so willing to consider new ideas and not be prejudiced.
It's pretty similar to the definition Tony gave, honestly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like to say. Yeah, like Tony's version of open-mindedness is like, I'm willing to hear someone say words. And I
would say, though, like to Tony's point, by the definition, Tony is definitely more open-minded than I am, because without prejudice is what like I said, that's what I struggle with. Tony won't think less of someone if they tell him the Earth is flat. Dinosaurs are a government plant.
Unless my cutoffs when it comes to rape and fucking kid molestations and shit. I have cutoffs, people. I'm like, at some point I have to have a cutoff.
But for me, if someone told me the Earth is flat, dinosaurs aren't real, birds are drones from the government, I would be like, I can't help but judge this person a little bit. I'm not going to ask this person for any kind of life advice because this person's not in a state to be able to give me good advice.
Although I wouldn't put the bird drones too far away. They got fucking they have fucking drones, dog. I don't put that shit far away from people or from the government. They have drones, whether they're birds or a butterfly or a bee or whatever the fuck. They got drones.
Tony, the government doesn't need drones to figure out what I'm doing. I own this thing, and they could get unfettered access to this thing anytime they wanted.
Real quick, off topic, just real quick. Watching this video of Elon Musk saying, someone asked him like, yo, could AI be dangerous? And he was like, yeah, 100% AI can be dangerous. He was like, there's drones, little drones that with the software of the face scan of the iPhones, you now are at risk that these drones could just single-handedly get a bomb. You put the bomb on the drone, and then the AI can literally, off your face scan, track you and just fucking detonate on impact at you. It's crazy. Like, the more and more I listen to Elon Musk, bro, the more and more some of his mindset, I'll be like, damn, like, these are all fucking, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
You know, the problem I have with Elon Musk is he talks about all this crazy bad technology shit, but Elon Musk would 100% toss money into any one of these fucking projects if he thought that it would make him another few $1 billion.
I don't even think it's a money thing for him no more, honestly. Like,
I think he just wants people to think he's cool because he's not a very cool guy, and he just really wants people to think he's cool and funny.
Maybe
very uncool person.
Nah, he's cool as fuck. He's cool in his own awkward way. Trust me.
His target audience.
That's fine. And I don't even watch half the shit. It was a reel. I clicked on the reel and it sent me to the video. And I was like, oh, I agree with this part of Elon Musk. I agree with that part of Elon Musk. But there's some of the shit I just, that's a little too much for me. But I do like he has a comeback when he talks to people, a little bit of sarcasm, with a little bit of, not ammo bagging, but just, he's like that dickhead in college that, tell me I'm wrong. What's that dickhead's name that sits at the table and he traps people
Steven
with
Crowder?
questions? I think that's his name. He traps these fucking kids with these trapped ass questions and change my mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like he attacks his audience like that, and I find it funny. But back on topic.
I think Elon Musk is a smart guy. He has good vision, and he's good at running businesses to achieve those visions. But he don't know half the shit he's talking about. When he's talking about how AI and how
I'm sorry. It's fucking 4.4 seconds and fucking Trey Young just scored about my bad. It's literally almost off. That shit just popped right in front of my face. Nigga just scored. He's up 1 point right now. Anyways, but yeah, Elon Musk, bro. Fucking go ahead, Pooch. I'm sorry, bro.
I was just saying, like, he just be talking about shit that he doesn't have an expertise in. Dude don't know shit about artificial intelligence and shit like that. But people view him as a guy who runs a tech company. So they're like, this guy knows all about this stuff. And they take him as some authority on all these fields.
Where do you get that from, though?
What do you mean?
How do you know that he is not like
because
smart
the people that do research and study and develop these AIs don't agree with the nonsense that he spews. That's how I know he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's just talking and then he hires these fuckers to do the work. What you're saying?
Yeah, he's a figurehead. He's smart, like, you know, he's a smart dude, and he has a vision for this is how the world could work. Let me hire a bunch of people to achieve that vision, and that, you know, that's the way a lot of companies work. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking him for that. Yeah. That's cool. I'm just saying, like, then he goes and talks like an authority on these hyper specific technological things, and it's like, nah, that ain't this way. Like especially, it's not even responsible. Like, you know how many people are gonna look at, oh, Elon Musk said it, that, you know, that shit must be true. Like, it's like, I don't know, that shit's and I think he does that shit for clout, to be honest.
100%. Him and Joe Rogan are basically the same damn person. I can't jive with either one of them. Like, they're very into just calling anything that they disagree with woke and saying that wokeness is killing America and blah blah. I don't know. I can't really jive with those guys. Open-mindedness.
For real, right? You're not too open-minded. By the way, the Hawks just won. Not yet. Though, are you open-minded to do you have your cutoffs though? Because I feel like you'll have a quicker cutoff than most of us probably.
I used to be very open-minded, and I feel like as time went by, I became more and more closed-minded. But I feel like it's only natural, like when you're in your college phase, in your high school phase, that you like keep your opinions open and stuff like that. And I think as you grow older, you start to figure out where you lie in this spectrum that everybody talks about, the left, the right. It's conservative. I'm conservative. You like try to like figure out where you lie within these people. Sometimes I don't agree with anything anybody's saying, but it is what it is. I think as long as you keep certain things open, there's like trigger words for me, and when somebody tells you, I need to show you something nobody's heard about, like right away, I'm not.
The greatest secret the world is keeping. You're like,
If it's got a headline like a clickbait article, that's when you know. Doctors hate this one trick.
Yo, I gotta show you this, but you gotta promise me that you can't show anyone else. I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to watch it. Don't worry about it.
This one trick that every porn star does that they don't want the world to know. You're like, what are they doing?
There's some shit I want to know.
If there's someone comes up to the door and be like, yo, I shouldn't be telling you this, but there's a way naturally you can increase your penis size by 3 inches. Any
been
man
trying
in the
to-
world will hit that clickbait quick.
Nah, bro. They've been trying to get me with that for years.
The acai berries.
The acai. Yo, I remember
That shit does everything.
in high school, this one Haitian kid used to tell me, "Yo, we got a cream that you got to get your dick hard and you got to rub it with this cream and do all this and your dick just increases." I'm like, "Yeah, how's that going for you?" I'm still using it. Like, bro, if you think that the people made this fucking cream that you jerk off with this shit and it gets your shit harder and longer and thicker, and they're not fucking billionaires right now, come on, bro.
It sounds like this dude just discovered masturbation. Like, it sounds like he's just comparing his flaccid dick to his hard dick. He's like, it works every time. My dick gets so big.
It's Jergens. He's like, just rub this shit on your dick.
It's Ben Gay.
It starts to throb. It grows a vein. It gets so thick.
It's that Ben Gay in the fan. That fucking that shit's crazy. But no,
Once again, Ben Gay, our Twitter, we'll have it down in the description if you want to shoot us a sponsorship.
Shout out to Ben Gay.
First off, shout out to the fans, bro. If you haven't already, subscribe to the page, hit the like button, follow, share us. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all reels, all day, live action. Share us, hit the red button and subscribe. Don't be hogging it up. Don't be hogging us up, man. Be open-minded to sharing. Sharing is caring. Share everything with your peoples. Don't matter what it is, just share. But yeah, open-minded people could be. I think the quality probably is. It's a better trait for people to have than to be closed-minded, because then you don't want to have any conversations with anybody.
Yeah, me being open-minded allowed me to make gay friends and allowed me to see into that world and be friends and enjoy time with them.
I wonder. It's like the world might not change as fast, but if everybody was closed-minded, maybe we would all just sort of progress at a slower rate, but always in the right direction. You know?
What if we didn't progress at all? What if like light bulbs came out and people were like, no, I don't trust that. We use flames like Prometheus intended.
I feel like they would die out, and then only the light bulb people would be left. But I don't know. I don't know, man. The people that are the world right now that we're in, that's like getting fucked and more fucked. The politicians that people want to follow, all this stuff. A lot of it stems from this perceived open-mindedness. It's like they're so open about the stupidity and so closed-minded about just their true common sense, even though they would claim that their stance is common sense. But I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. It just feels like all this open-mindedness stuff just leads to a lot of stupidity, a lot of bad beliefs, a lot of proliferation of just bad shit. Like, I don't know.
No, it's it's complicated, right? Tony is right. I think that there are being closed-minded, in my mind at least, being closed-minded is definitely a bigger character flaw than being open-minded. But there's that line, like it's like I've told people before. I think that like the super far right-wing people and the super far left-wing people are both like just like 3 fucking YouTube videos away from swapping sides at any given moment. They're just so open to like the crazy fringe bullshit that they're 3 YouTube videos away from some dude screaming wearing a fucking baseball hat in his car, and they're like, actually, yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna go buy me a Trump 2024 shirt right now.
My thing is that there's good portions to all sides, right? Like the left and the right wing, I think they make some good valid points here and there that I can agree with, but then they do go a little too fucking much for both sides, right? Like, I don't know if we can just combine houses and just get the best ideas. Just get the best ideas, bro. We'll be better off. But I don't think that would ever happen unless the shit gets fucking back to, revolution shit. I always been saying, and clean up house, but.
You want to live through a revolution is what you're saying?
We might need that.
I want to just continue this world before I have to go through a revolution. I'm good. I want to keep my internet, electricity in my crib. I might.
Tony's gonna be over there in the bunker with his AR in one hand, Luca on the other hand.
Luca's gonna be holding the RPG and fucking ready to keep going at it. But
I am interested though, because I'm gonna be open minded about this one. One of these days, I want to sit down and go through, like maybe even ask you to come up with a list of things where you think, the right has gone too far and the left has gone too far. I feel like you don't really have real things. I feel like you have the things you think about are the stuff that social media is saying is real. Like,
I'd be down for this as a topic. We could all come up with some political examples of our disagreements with both sides. I think that'd be interesting.
I wouldn't mind that.
Might be one we actually have to put some
I feel like a lot of the
research
view.
into.
I feel like sorry, for sure that sounds interesting. I'm down for that. But I feel like a lot of the view that people have, this perception of the other side, a lot of it just comes from what gets shared on social media, and it's like the left now is saying pedophilia and raping children is totally okay. And then you're like, yeah, that's a bad idea, left people. Why do you think that? And it's like, wait a minute. We just accepted that they're saying this? Like we should verify this. Like, who's making this claim? Like, I don't know.
No, we can do that as a topic. That might
be interesting. And I don't think you're wrong, Pooch. I think that is where a lot of people get their news from now. The amount of people that I've met that I'm like, and where did you read that from? They're like, oh, Facebook. like, oh yeah? Like, and what did the article say? And they said, and you know what they say? They say, I don't know. I didn't click on it. I read the headline and then I looked through the comments.
During the election, bro, for Trump, that shit was a fucking major part in a lot of that shit. 100%. I agree with Pucho. If like people fucking think Facebook is the news, it's 100%. But moving on to our last topic, boys. This one's interesting. Ladies, please comment. Let us know in this video what you think about this. Fellas, you too, man. That this is. I want to see what everybody will think and say.
Wait, I think Doey already forgot the topic. Doey, what do you think the topic is?
Oh, I know the topic.
Okay, you had a confused look on your face. I was like, did Doey forget the topic?
The topic is it wrong to have a fantasy about someone else while you're fucking your partner? Male or female. Just to sit there, you're having sex, but you're thinking about fucking somebody else in a fantasy way. Is that wrong? Do people do it?
I want to hear Doe's opinion first.
Go ahead, though.
I think it is not wrong. I think you can do whatever you want as long as it is in your head and it is not going to be found out by anybody else. As long as you keep it to yourself, you can think about whatever the hell you want. And if it gets you off, it gets you off. I've had to make some worse sexual experiences better by doing stuff like that. Like I just had to, all right, like we just got to get this shit over with.
Wait. What situation were you in where you had to have sex? Like you were like, this sex is going to be bad, but I'm going to fucking do it because I'm a goddamn American.
Well, I mean, when you're in a relationship, you're going to have times where you want to have sex and she doesn't want to have sex. And then sometimes there's going to be times where she wants to have sex and you're in a video game like this. You're like, I don't want to fucking have sex. I'm playing video games. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like you just got to, make it happen. And
I don't know about that. So, I'll pause that shit and go beat that shit up.
So you're saying that you're having sex and you're thinking about playing Gran Turismo over there? Enter the gungeon. No, I'm kidding.
That's what's getting them off.
A big hot gun with tits on it.
This man is a beast. And you know what would be the worst though, right? Like you're there having sex with your partner. Not even you, just anybody in general, right? You're having sex with a chick or a dude if you're a girl, whatever. It doesn't, I don't care. Binary, whatever the fuck. But you're having sex. And you act. Let's say you're thinking of a superstar celebrity, right? Oh, like Rihanna or Jennifer Lopez or whoever the fuck. and you say the name by accident. Now you got to explain to your partner. And you like, I think maybe if you're upfront with it, be like, yo, I kind of, sometimes during sex, I kind of think I'm having sex with Angelina Jolie. I don't know how that would go over. What?
It would go bad.
It would.
What if-
I feel like it would go badly.
What if
It
she
would
tells
be-
you, like, oh, I thought I had sex with Matt Damon last night? Oh, okay.
I feel like it would
I mean,
go
if she reciprocates what you're doing, then sure, it seems like you got something that works for the both of you. For me,
What if-
I feel like doing stuff like that, there's a betrayal on some level. Like, I don't know, it feels wrong. Like, I can't put my finger on what part of it is really wrong. Because, like, if the other person never knows about it, they're never harmed by it. If you never harm anybody, it's like,
It's
are
like
you doing
cheating
something
then, right?
wrong?
It's like actually cheating. If no one ever finds out.
It feels like the same question, right? Like, where you're saying, hey, if someone was cheating on you, what do you want to know? And it's like, imagine you never find out and you live this perfect life. I don't know. Something about it feels weird. Like it definitely feels like you're betraying your partner on some level. Like if the idea was we're reciprocating these views and these feelings, but really you don't have that view. Like, you're lying to them is what it is in my head. I don't know. It feels fucked up, but
I kind of agree that it feels similar to that kind of question, right? But that also leads into that other question that I've heard, which is watching porn some kind of betrayal? Is masturbating to porn when you're in a relationship, is that some kind of betrayal?
Or even just masturbating and not trying to have sex. The girl might, or the guy or girl, whoever, might feel betrayed. Like, you know, your girl come home, she hasn't had sex with you in like 4 days, and she catches you beating off in the shower. She might feel without a video, without watching porn, she might feel a type of way. Like, ladies, please comment too. Please let us know.
You're gonna get confronted on that. She's gonna be like, "Hey, why'd you take so long in the shower?" And all I could hear was Carrot Top in the background.
That's beast. Why Carrot Top? What the hell?
I don't know, dude. You started listing celebrities. I was trying to think of the most ridiculous celebrity whose name you could say while you're having sex.
You could have said Flavor
Carrot
Flav.
Top.
That would have killed you. Flavor Flav? You thinking Flavor Flav when you're having sex? That's a turn off. You ain't trying to have sex at that point. But yeah, I am curious.
Carrot Top was worse. That shit is horrifying to think about.
Ugh. Though I am curious though. So I mean, you've done it. So is it because you wasn't just sexually aroused at the time by this chick? So you pictured whoever in your mind to be aroused so you can nut?
Yeah, I've thought about good porn scenes that the best part is when you can watch porn and like they're cool with it and you could be like, yes.
I was gonna bring that up. What about a girl that like, or a person or partner or whatever that is going down on you and they're like, by the way, if you want to watch some porn, feel free, go for it.
That's the best.
I don't know. I've done it. Like watch porn and have sex, but I kind of just stopped watching and just start trying to outlast the dude. So now it becomes a competition to the porno guy. Like, you're not going to outlast that dude. That dude, there's breaks in that scene. There's fucking Viagra probably.
I was gonna say, Tony, there's performance enhancing drugs
You know what
and
I mean?
procedures that they use in porn.
So, but then it's like at some point then I turn it off. It's like, this ain't really, it's just background noise. Like, I don't like the fuck. I don't care. What? That
Sounds like
noise.
someone ripped ass.
Yeah, that noise, right?
Yeah, no, that was a car in the back.
Sure, though. Sure.
He was like, oh shit, gotta mute that.
A little louder.
Mute right after the sound. That's the best move.
What's your view, Tony? Everybody kind of gave their opinion on it.
I'm torn. I think you got to have the conversation with your partner. I think, no, seriously, like, I don't think I've never done it.
Hey, partner, is it okay if I think about other people
No.
while I'm banging you?
Like, I've never, like, so you never had a wet dream? Right? Like, you never had a dream where
course.
you're having a threesome with some chicks that's not your wife, or your wife could be there, but you're fucking other girl.
It
Like,
has nothing to do with your question.
that's, in a way, cheating in your aspect, right? I'm just saying to go back to topic.
You're
I'm gonna
having
double back around this.
non-consensual. I'm having non-consensual dream sex here. You don't have control over that shit. That shit
Yeah,
is
you do.
happening.
Yeah, you
That
do.
shit is happening.
Non-consensual dream sex.
Yeah, this man trying to be all politically correct over here. Like you
Politically
definitely
correct. I'm saying like sometimes I'm in my sleep.
Yeah,
He can't control what he's
You're in
dreaming
the
about.
middle of a sex scene. It's
You're
like, dude, I didn't agree to this shit.
you're dreaming.
You know what I want? I want non-consensual post-coital pancakes from IHOP.
That's retarded. Like you're literally your mind is acting out subconsciously what you want. Like you're dreaming of what you really want.
That's not true at all.
It's a fact. Fact.
See, this is what I'm talking about, right?
Gotta be open minded.
This level of open-mindedness, like to me, this is what you're saying. You sound like such a whack job. I just can't listen to you right now.
It's like,
Oh
bro,
my God.
if you have a dream,
Where are you getting this from? What
Hey,
did you
Pucho.
read that tells you
Nothing.
what
I'm just
happens in your
making
dream
my
is
opinion a
subconsciously
fact.
what you really want?
I think about it. When you're drunk, people say you say your true feelings when you're drunk.
Pucho, I would like to let you know that we do have someone that says that if you're dreaming it, you are agreeing to it. So there is a counterpoint on this particular debate.
Who said that?
My wife happens to be a ridiculous person, okay? She's hamming it up. There's no fucking way. There's no
If
fucking
you're
way.
dreaming it subconsciously in the back of your mind, you've suppressed it. But when you're dreaming, it's unsuppressed, so it comes to light. I had a dream when I was a kid that I was fucking 3 badass girls. I don't know who these chicks were, but that's my dream. So consciously, I might have saw it on a porn site, and it just came in my dream one night. It just happens. It's just the same as like when you. But that's
You've
a little
never had a
different.
bad dream before?
I had bad dreams. I had dreams that.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
I
had a
bet.
dream where something happens and you're going, why the fuck? There's no way in hell that I actually want this?
That's different. There's a difference.
How?
No, there's a difference. There's a difference.
If you're dreaming it, you're agreeing to it.
A bad dream that's what it is. A bad dream, right? Like we all driving in a car, we get in a car accident, everybody dies besides me. You think I want
You
that?
want that. Subconsciously, you're dreaming it.
No.
That's
No.
exactly what you said, Tony.
No. That's
Yes.
not that's the difference. That's not happiness. Bad is there's a difference between good and happy, right? Or good and evil. Like that's evil. No one really wants evil. No one.
So Tony forgets to turn in his research paper in his dream, and he's all panicky because he didn't do his homework. This isn't evil, but you also don't want this.
Eh?
I'm not buying it.
I don't think I don't think that I have ever thought of someone else while having sex with someone. Like,
All right, yeah.
It feels like a bad thing, a bad route to go down. It feels like you're going to say a wrong name or something, and no one wants that. No one wants to be called by the wrong
I don't even think of the
name.
person I'm having sex with. I'm just doing it. Like I'm not even picturing things.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
Yeah,
never
there's no thought. You're on pure instinct at that point. You're doing your moves, right?
And to be honest, to answer the question,
America
no,
moves.
I've never done it, and I think it is wrong. But if you and your partner have a conversation, then yeah, sure, whatever, to each their own. But I've never done it, and I hope I never have to do it while having sex, because then what's the point of fucking the chick, or fucking the chick that I'm with? Like, if I got to think about somebody else, then I shouldn't really be fucking you because you don't turn me on.
I do think it would. Me personally, I think it's slightly insane to think of like Rihanna. Like you're thinking of like the latest Rihanna photo shoot while you're having sex. Like that's what's in your mind. That seems just a little crazy to me. I don't know.
Prego Rihanna?
Oh yeah, I guess she is Prego now. Huh?
That's the most recent. Prego,
Some people are into that, man.
bro. Prego. Yo, there's something different about Prego pussy. I'm sorry. For all the guys and females out there, there's something different. There is something different about it. If you ain't never had sex with a pregnant woman before, go and try that shit. That shit is different. That's my hot take. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
go find the pregnant chick at the
Seek out
club.
a pregnant woman.
There's a lot of single mothers out there, so pregnant, like, you know what I mean? You never.
I think that trying to chat up someone that is visibly pregnant is not a move that I have ever attempted in my life.
I haven't attempted.
My assumption is that there's someone that got them into that particular situation. So they seem like they would be visibly the least available women that you could possibly try to cook up with.
I never
See,
know.
Tony says such ridiculous things. We just need to make a topic of him describing how he would get into the situation. This is the third one. There's the talking to a pregnant chick. There's talking to your partner about fantasizing about other people during sex.
I just didn't agree with that. I'm just saying I didn't.
Yeah,
agree.
but you said, but unless you talk to your partner.
Yeah,
about
if you
it.
talk to your
I
partner,
just would
you guys
love to see how this would play out with most people. And then thirdly, the whole hotel on the first date. I just really want to know how you're gonna broach this topic. Like, hey, you know, now that dinner's done, I got a hotel. Like, I just want to know. I just want to hear you play this out. Because
do we need to have you? Do we need to have you and Doey film some enactments of these situations while you're in New York?
Matter of fact, yeah,
like a blonde
record
wig.
that shit. We're gonna go to the bar and I'm gonna ask a random chick, yo, if we go on a date and I ask you, or the date's going fantastic, we're hitting it off, and you know it's starting to go on to the nightcap, and I'm like, hey, look, no offense, I did get a telly. I'm kind of feeling you, or I'm gonna say it in my way. I gotta be a little bit saucy. I'm more suave when I'm saucy.
But you're asking a person how the situation would be. I want to see how you would play it out in real life, like what you would say to a person.
Pucho, why don't you do this experiment for us? Do it for the one-up. Go and tell Lisi tonight or tomorrow before this episode airs and ask her, hey, can we fantasize about other people while we're having sex? And I want to know the honest answer.
She already stabbed me when you asked the question right now. Get the fuck out of here. You're crazy. Unless you want me dead.
No, but listen,
maybe a thing.
Right now, Lisi, this is just a test. So when this comes out after Pucho asks you the question, you're mad? When this video comes out, just know it was just a question for the one-up fans. Don't get mad at him. Forgive him.
Hey, Doey. You're muted, by the way. But hey, Doey, so next week, when Lisi has murdered both Pucho and Tony for this particular hypothetical question, you think we need to hit up like Crystal, or who are we going to get to be our fourth?
Yeah, we're gonna have to
going forward.
The Mad Belmont is a good choice.
I want Corey's son. I want his fart noises back. I just want him to be the whole.
But no, I mean, yeah, I think it's wrong to have. You're having sex with somebody. Like Pucho said, I'm not really thinking about like them in particular. Like we're fucking. I'm thinking about just smashing it, right? But I'm not thinking about my mind does not travel into Rihanna or fucking whoever, you know, or Carrot Top. That's not where my mind's traveling. My mind is traveling on to give this 100% and not to come too early. That's it. That's where my mind's at.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like thinking during sex is not anything that I don't know. It like if you were to give me like a math problem right before I have sex the next time, I don't know that I could solve that math problem until my sex was to completion.
So you're thinking about holding your cum the whole time you're fucking?
No, when I start getting close and I feel like I like to
Tony
please.
be like fucking Mel Gibson and Braveheart. Hold, hold.
I'm a pleaser, right? I like to please.
Or he's DJ Envy and his wife right now.
I don't know. You gotta tell me that in a minute. I didn't get that.
You didn't hear about
DJ's
that?
Envy's wife has been faking orgasms for 10 years or some shit. That's
What?
She said on. She'd just be.
No, who said this? Who said this?
His
DJ's
wife
Envy's wife.
in an
And
interview.
him. He corroborated the information.
Yep.
Wait, so he's aware of this?
Yep.
Well aware. He stated it live on the radio.
Huh.
He said he didn't know what he was doing. You know, he was young. He got with her when he was 14.
Oh,
I'm like,
not
damn,
now,
bro, but
though.
you were
Back
then-
in the day.
Yeah, but they started fucking when they were 16, and then when they were 26, she was still faking orgasms. Like, that's just crazy. People should talk about what people like.
Be open-minded.
I
I bet he don't eat the pussy.
He don't eat the pussy. He don't eat the pum pum.
Oh, he's missing out.
So, subtopic into this. And guys out there too comment, even girls too, it's both sex, doesn't even matter. What do you do to not come early? Like, what do you think of to slow it down? Because you know there's
Fucking Carrot Top.
Like, yeah, Mateo thinks carrot
Carrot
top.
top. Yeah.
Like, what do you guys think of? What do you ice cream or food or dirty feet? Like, what do you think of to calm your
Dirty feet.
Like, Pucho hates feet, so I'll just put dirty. I'm trying to think of things for each and one of you. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
just killed Pucho's erection for the next 3 days.
that's what I'm saying. That might be good. Like, what is your to go to? Because I mean, we all done it. Men done it. Oh, I'm not ready to come yet. You either do the slow down. You do like you pull your dick out. You do the slow down. You're kissing a little bit more. You're touching and you're caressing, or you're pounding it. But then you're like what is your thinking to slow it down? If you don't want to answer, just raise your hand. I'll be
You're
fine.
kissing it and you're caressing it. I'm still not over.
Like you pull your dick out and you're just like rubbing it against her, but you're sucking on her neck and your titty and shit. You're being more loving instead of just fucking.
Oh, so it's like 250 Shades of Tony.
No, like, come on, serious question. You guys
I take
never
it out
done
and
it?
I start sucking on her toes. And then,
Y'all
it's
never
like
done
what
it.
Tony's saying. I start
I mean, like
caressing her
the
toes.
classic one is baseball, right? But I have never met anyone in my life that's ever like actually given me the baseball advice. That's like some pop culture nonsense advice, right?
I'm not even familiar with anybody thinking of baseball during
It's
sex.
the thing they say in the movie. They're like, "Oh, you got to start thinking about baseball." I was like,
First base, second base, that shit.
That shit would get me harder. First base, I was
I
kissing
think
her.
they're
Second
saying
base,
that baseball's so boring that like it's gonna lower your sex drive, so it's gonna elongate, the poundage, the pound town.
Because sometimes you just
I
want
just
to.
take my dick out.
Yeah,
I do something else.
I don't think that I am mentally stronger than my dick's desire to come. So the only move is to pull it out and do something else for a while. Like go down on her, kiss on her like Tony is saying. But like that's the move. I don't think you can mentally overpower your penis.
I don't know. I mean,
You can't.
there's there's got to be somebody that did it. Still, have
It
you
can't be
ever mentally overcome your penis?
No. It just I've not been into it, like, and it's been hard to come before, and then like I'll just be like, "Hey, did you come? All right, cool. I'm done here." And then I wrap things up.
That's funny.
It's like
I was gonna ask you, like, so
Yeah.
you asked her because you was already done with it. So you just, did you
Yeah,
come?
I wasn't. Yeah, I already knew well ahead. I'm like, this isn't doing it for me.
You know what's the worst, right? You're having sex and then you just go soft out of nowhere for no reason.
That really hasn't happened to me, but it's happened one or two times.
I shared a story about that on our condom episode. Those desensitizing condoms. You accidentally use one of those, your shit's ruined. your fun is over.
I don't know what it is with the condom. Like if like condoms just don't. I don't get as hard condoms. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I fucking hate condoms. But someone said in the group chat, you get the 50% less with thinner condoms, and it's like the best thing. It's just, bro. I don't know what it is. I put a condom on. It's just like nah. My shit doesn't feel as girthy as it needs to be with a condom on.
feel like the sausage wrapping is just
Yeah,
holding
it's
everything.
just-
Thank God I have never dealt with this. I'm a lucky bastard so far, or I don't know what, but the only times that I've ever experienced anything like this is like, I done claim a number of times, and I'm like, this shit got to get back up. And, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, dude, little man's tired. Little man went home. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've never been mid-sex and just hit a limp. Thank God. I
That's
don't even
happened to
believe in
me.
God, but thank fucking God.
That's happened to me when I was whiskey dick doesn't really count, but sober and it happens to you, I think that's when it counts. It happened to me one time. I don't even know. I was just shocked. I was like, what the fuck?
You need Viagra.
I think it was just work stress or some I had to be some outside source of stress. bro.
Stress will fuck up your sex life 100%.
I don't. Yeah, that shit had been stress, but if you lasted this long in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, hit that
Hey-o.
subscribe button. Don't be afraid to share us. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on all social media platforms. We're on all audio only platforms. Besides the P, we don't push P around here.
After the episode, Joey goes out on the streets and he just yells out the transcript into the air. You open your window in New York, you'll hear him.
Yeah.
It's another way to get the One Up podcast straight to your ear.
On my bike. It's going to be a rolling podcast.
Dan, you should do that, honestly. Buy like a little cart and it just has the One Up podcast page thing. Like the strip club trucks that go by with the signs. Oh, $2 free entry or whatever the fuck it is. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing love and support on those comments. I can't wait to see the comments off these videos. And like always, people, go one up yourself. Deuce.
Peace.